Okay, we're back. So now you see this error, sweet main.class. There's an error, and if you click on it, there's this little exclamation mark thing. It says create class sweet main, and we're like, okay, well that class doesn't exist, and we're trying to access it here. So what should we do? Well, go over to layout and right click, go to new activity, blank activity, and so this is like the blank activity when you first opened Android Studios that I told you to make. So let's name this something else. Well, actually, you want it to be named exactly like this is right here. It'll create an XML file just like we did when we first started as well. So sweet main, because that's what I named it. See? Right there. That's what I named it. Yeah. And hierarchical. I'm not even going to try because I'm very tired. But anyways, you can just browse here. You want it to be the main activity right here. That'll just help you with the action bar at the top. Don't really need to know that, but just hit finish. And give it a second. It'll load. Just ignore that. And you get this hello world thing again. And you're like, oh man, Michael, are we gonna have to go back into here and rewrite more stuff like this? And well, no, I'm not gonna make you do that because the tutorial doesn't want you to do that. So we're just gonna forget about this. Actually, we're not even gonna touch it. You can close it if you want. So we're gonna be working completely in the Java class, and some of you are like, oh my god, I have to go back there again. Yeah, you do. Okay, so we're going to be so basically, this intent in this class, see there's no error there anymore because we created sweet main. The intent is being sent to the onCreate method in this class. The onCreate is basically called when the app first starts, and it basically starts everything. Everything you want to already be finished by the time the app is started, you put in this method. So we're going to create an intent again, and you're like, Michael, why are we creating another intent? Don't we already have one? Isn't it being sent here? Well, yes it is, but there's no intent object in here. There's no reference for us to modify and use inside this class, so we need to create one. So what we're just going to do is create an intent, but instead of new intent, we're just going to say get intent, because we're getting the intent that's calling on this class. That's making this class start. So there we go. We have the intent we had before. Basically, think of this intent like this intent. Holds all the same data. And we're going to go, just, return like I did underneath. And we want to extract the data. We want to get that string out that we had, because I'm pretty sure that string was pretty sweet. Anyways, we're going to create another string called message. And we're going to set it equal to intent dot get string extra, because we're getting the extra string we put in there. And then it wants the key. It's like, oh, well, what are you looking for? Well, look, here's the key up here. So because it's static, we're going to call on it by saying first class name, so main activity dot, and then the variable name, which is extra message, because that's what we named it. We named it right here, extra message. It doesn't have to be called that. It could be called anything you want, but we called it extra message. So now this string holds extra message, and you're like, okay, Michael, well, I guess that's pretty cool. So, but like, is it on screen now? Because the string is over there. Well, no, it's not. To put it on the screen, we need to create a text view. Because text view, get it? There's text and you're viewing it. Just that simple, guys. You got it. Text view. And you're gonna have to import it. Alt enter. When you hit Alt enter, when it turns red like that, it's basically just importing it. See, we have intent here. I hit Alt enter. Now we have text view, and we'll just name this like sweet message. And we're just gonna set it equal to new text view this. I'm gonna close that off, and we're also gonna comment out this, which means if something commented out, it doesn't run. That's what commenting means. So You're like, wait, Michael, why do we even have this main thing right here? It's no longer looking at the sweet main thing. And well, yeah, that's what we want. We don't want it to look out there anymore. We just want our text view to be on the screen. So we don't need this. So you're like, okay, well, I have a text view now. Well, it's not on the screen yet. We're just created a text view that holds a string. And it doesn't even hold the string yet. So what we need to do is we need to make it hold the string that we got in the message right here. We want it to have our message. So we're going to do sweet message, which is our text view. And we want to do set text. And we're just going to pass message as a parameter in there. So it's saying, okay, well, what do you want the text to be? We want it to be the message that we got from this intent. That's in this class. That's what we typed in this edit text view. Okay, a little confusing. It's all good. So now we're going to say sweet message, and we probably want to set the text size, right? I mean, we don't want it to be some small thing that doesn't show up. So we're just going to say 40, and that sets the text size for us. So now we have the text view, we have the message on the text view. We're saying the text size pretty big. And now we're just going to say, okay, well, where do you want it to look? Set content view. Like, where do you want this activity to look, to where to put everything on the screen? We're going to just say, okay, well, we want it to look at the text view, which we named sweet message. And there you go. There's your sweet message all together. If you run it, it should work. I'll put in pictures of what it looks like on my phone when I run it. Snapshots, I guess. And that's all. You're done with your first app. It's pretty good. Okay. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.